Arguably the most intriguing rookie so far for San Francisco is Isiah Neyor. He's an absolute freak, with George Kittle saying the following: "I like him, he's a freak. He's really tall, I watched him, he was running a route, he got 9.5 yards in 2 strides. It was insane. We watched it 10 times in the tight end room. Like, how is he doing this?" Obviously impressing George Kittle is a good thing, and when you look at him on paper, it's hard to argue just how athletic he is. He earned a relative athleticism score of 9.9 out of 10. And at the combine, he came in at 6'4", weighing right around 220 pounds, nearly had a 7-foot wingspan, ran his 40-yard dash in a blistering fast 4.4 seconds, his 10-yard split in 1.51 seconds, he had a 38 vertical, an 11-foot 1-inch broad jump. Insane numbers. And already this offseason, with practices open to the media, he scored a long touchdown. So George Kittle had the following to say: "If you're tall, make plays, and do well on special teams, at the bare minimum, he should make the practice squad." This is especially the case for San Francisco, as Brandon Ayuk is still in the middle of his rehab, so he looks likely to be out to start the season. It's also worth noting Demarcus Robinson most likely will at least have a couple game suspension. So Isiah Neyor has a big opportunity ahead of him. Granted, he would have to beat out their draft pick in Junior Bergen, but I think he has the opportunity to do it. So in this video, I wanted to go over the reasons why he will make San Francisco's 53 and why he will not, as well as why San Francisco probably won't be able to sneak him onto the practice squad. With us initially looking at the reasons why he will make San Francisco's 53-man roster, with probably the biggest just being his size and athleticism he offers the team. Not only does he test this way, he plays this way. When a corner presses him at the line of scrimmage, for instance, he does a great job of using his 7-foot wingspan to disrupt the corner and gain separation. And then, like George Kittle was saying, it's pretty insane how much ground he can eat up. It's almost like he plays quicker than his 4.4 40 would suggest. He also is a huge target. He can go outside of his frame routinely to pluck the ball out of there, and I just love how aggressive of a player he is. Neyor also does a really nice job of tracking the ball when targeted deep. It's one thing a lot of fans see on the big screen and think it's easy, but it's actually one of the harder things to do. Another positive to Neyor's game, like San Francisco's other wide receivers, once he gets the ball in his hands, he's not looking to go down, he's looking to go towards the end zone. And he has a great feel of the open field with the ball in his hands. He's able to use his speed to set up defenders in the open field. He shows off pretty great agility, and while he's not going to run over, I think, a ton of players, I do think he's going to shock a lot of people with just how many tackles he's able to break at his size. Another major strength of Neyor's is his ability to outcompete other players in traffic. Not only is he often one of the tallest players on the field with the biggest wingspan, he's also often one of the most athletic. And he knows it and uses it to his advantage, which I absolutely love in end zone targets, because he's able to box out smaller defensive backs and then snag the ball out there. But now, we need to talk about the reasons why he may not make San Francisco's 53-man roster, with probably the most notable just being his lackluster production at Texas. For 2 years at Texas, during 2022 and 2023, he basically didn't produce. He also has a pretty limited route tree, as well as needing to continue to refine his route running, especially getting in and out of his breaks. There are also times on the tape where you'll see Neyor almost be content to just go up and try to snag the ball out there. It's great he can do that, he just can't be overly reliant on that. He needs to use his athleticism to his advantage every single play. It's also worth noting how he blocks during this preseason and training camp period. I think he's able to block well, we just need to see if he can do it at the next level. So overall, when I'm looking at Neyor, I see a player who's most likely going to make plays in this preseason period and continue to make plays during this offseason for San Francisco. But the biggest question is, will he make San Francisco's 53? Personally, I think he does if he has a nice preseason performance. And if San Francisco tries to sneak him on the practice squad, most likely they won't be able to. Because like George Kittle said, if you're that tall, make plays, and do well on special teams, at the bare minimum, you should make the practice squad. But the thing is, he's not just tall, he's an athletic freak, and honestly could be one of the better wide receivers across the National Football League, just athletically speaking. So heading into this season, don't be surprised if the athletic freak in Isiah Neyor makes San Francisco's 53-man roster and produces a lot more than people expect. But now, I want to hear your thoughts about George Kittle's comments on Isiah Neyor, as well as what you expect him to do this season. Do you expect him to make San Francisco's 53-man roster, produce at all? Or do you think he'll be able to be snuck onto San Francisco's practice squad and disagree with me? Personally, I don't see him making on to San Francisco's practice squad. But now, let's hear your thoughts. It would also mean a ton to me if you could like and subscribe. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.